what I was hoping to do is kind of get a moment in time snapshot of all the semiconductor activity that relates to this big AI wave and try and put it in perspective.
Dylan, how'd you get into this?
So when I was 8, my Xbox broke, and I have immigrant parents. I grew up in rural Georgia, so I didn't have much to do besides be a nerd,
Right.
and I couldn't tell them I broke my Xbox. So I had to open it up, short the temperature sensor, and fix it, and that was the way to fix it. I didn't know what I was doing at the time, but then I stayed on those forums. And then I became a forum warrior, right? You know, you see those people in the comments always yelling at you, Brad. You know, it's like that was me, right? As a child, and you didn't know as a child then, but you know,
Awesome.
it was just like, you know, arguing with people online as a child, and then being passionate. As soon as I started making money, I was reading earnings from semiconductor companies and investing in them, you know, with my internship money, and reading technical stuff as well, of course, and then working a little bit, and then
Just tell us, give us that quick thumbnail on SemiAnalysis today. Like, what is the business?
Yeah, so today we are a semiconductor research firm, AI research firm. We service companies. Our biggest customers are all hyperscalers, the largest semiconductor companies, private equity, as well as hedge funds. And we sell data around where every data center in the world is, what the power is in each quarter, how the build-outs are going. We sell data around fabs. We track all 1,500 fabs in the world. For your purposes, only 50 of them matter, but all 1,500 fabs around the world. Same thing with the supply chain of whether it be cables or servers or boards or transformer substation equipment. We try and track all of this on a very number-driven basis, as well as forecasting. And then we do consulting around those areas.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, Bill, you and I just talked about this. I mean, for Altimeter, our team talks with Dylan and Dylan's team all the time. I think you're right. He's quickly emerged really just through hustle, hard work, doing the grindy stuff that matters. I think is a benchmark for what's going on in the semiconductor industry. And we're at this, you know, I suggested we're 2 years into this, maybe, you know, this build out, and it's been hyper kinetic. And one of the things Bill and I are talking about is as we enter the end of 2024, taking a deep breath, thinking about 25, 26 and beyond, because a lot of things are changing and there's a lot of debates. And it's going to have consequence for trillions of dollars of value in the public markets, in the private markets, how the hyperscalers are investing and where we go from here. So Bill, why don't you take us a little bit through the start of the questions?
Well, so I think if you're going to talk about AI and semiconductors, there's only one place to start, which is to talk about NVIDIA broadly. Dylan, what percentage of global AI workloads do you think are on NVIDIA chips right now?
So I would say if you ignored Google, it would be over 98%. But then when you bring Google into the mix, it's actually more like 70, because Google is really that large of a percentage of AI workloads, especially production workloads.
By production, you mean in-house workloads for Google?
Production as in things that are making money.
Gotcha.
Things that are making money, they're actually probably even less than 70%, right? Because you think about Google Search and Google Ads are the two of the largest AI-driven businesses in the world, right? You know, the only things that are even comparable are like TikTok and Metas, right?